If you hear it enough, you will believe it. Growing up, two things became very apparent to me. I'm Asian, and I'm different from other boys. I didn't look like a lot of the other kids, and I never seemed to have the same interests as other boys at my school. I was interested in things that girls were socialized to like. This was never an issue at home. Me not conforming to society was never an issue for my parents. That is, until they realized it alluded to something. At school, I was bullied for being different. I was bullied for being Asian. They said my eyes were small, my skin was yellow. I explicitly heard from people that they thought Asian men aren't attractive for the simple fact that they're Asian. These comments never sat right with me, but I disregarded it because it wasn't really explicit or violent racism. Therefore, it wasn't serious. It was said so casually to me, as if there was nothing wrong with the word said. Because of this, I didn't know how to express the way it made me feel and why it was wrong. The offense I felt seemed invalid. I was also bullied for being feminine. They said I acted like a girl. They called me gay. Apparently, there was something wrong with all my friends being girls, me liking feminine things, the way I walked, and how I talked. Why do you talk like a girl? It's annoying, someone said, who I wasn't even talking to. It felt how I inherently was, they thought was wrong, was strange. I knew the absolute truth. I knew there wasn't actually anything wrong with me. But hearing all these negative things about me manifested in me internally. I'm ugly and inferior for being an Asian man, and I'm strange for being different from other boys. This wasn't something I thought, it was something I felt. If you hear it enough, you will believe it. The words from other kids hurt, but it didn't feel detrimental. I still had my family who loved me for who I am, all of who I am. They loved me even if I wasn't like other boys. I always felt this was true. That is, until I realized other kids calling me gay might not just be something they say to bully me. I knew other kids were homophobic, but this was amplified by the homophobia I heard my parents spew. Their thoughts against gay marriage because of religion, and their thoughts on my gay cousin. She's just confused. It's because her father didn't love her, they'd say. I knew they would never stop loving me, and they wouldn't disown me. But I knew there would be disagreement, and that they would misunderstand me. And I was right. Later on, I started to wear makeup, for the simple fact that I like makeup. I always liked feminine things, but it started to be an issue after my family knew I was gay. My parents said, "You're such a handsome man. We don't think you look good in makeup. We don't understand why you put in all this effort when you're already a handsome man." I always knew people would look at me funny in public when I was in makeup, but that was never something that bothered me. This was until my mother said, "You putting on makeup is making you stand out. It makes you more susceptible to hate crimes. You're already Asian. You putting on makeup is putting a target on your back." These were never my concerns, but soon, when I would go to work in makeup, like I had before, like I always did, I felt like crying. Everyone is staring at you. You look ugly in makeup. You're making yourself a target, one bigger than already being Asian. If you hear it enough, you will believe it. To me, all the things people said at school were true. The words my parents uttered were the truth. The worst part, though, is deep down, I knew there was nothing wrong with me. It was through my looking glass self that I felt there was something wrong with me. But online, I found people who looked like me and had the same experiences as me. These people also had the knowledge, the terminology I needed to contextualize why people said what they did and validate the hurt I was feeling. It was through learning and researching I found the truth and understanding. The truth about Asian men historically being demasculized and shown as inferior to white men in media. The truth about gender being a social construct. And the understanding that my parents won't fight society with me because they come from immigrant families who feel they have to pay the American dream tax. It's through hearing history and learning that I falsify the lies told by others, the lies I held within myself. It's through hearing other queer people's experiences that I find solidarity and feel less alone. If you hear it enough, you will believe it. And it's for the children who feel the way I did growing up that I continue to push forward and speak up. My wish is to take at least some of the confusion, some of the hardships from them. I was made to feel I am inherently different and strange, whether that be because I'm Asian or because I'm gay, or maybe both. With that feeling, the most powerful thing in a society against me is to be my authentic self. My hope is that you see me for who I am, that you hear me, and through hearing me, you believe in yourself. At least a little. If you hear it enough, you will believe it.